I love to be in the air. I love to look down. I get perspective. When I'm flying, my problems look really small because they're on the ground. And I'm in the sky. I was flying for United Express, and I had to go back for every 6 months. We go back for recurrent training, and we do emergencies. We run through emergencies, and there was an in-flight fire, and there was a switch I had to pull and twist, and I was unable to do that. I did some physical therapy, nothing changed, and so I resigned my position that I had worked for, 20 years to get. Devastating. I went home and probably didn't get out of bed for a month or two because flying is my passion and I wasn't able to do it.
When I first went to a MDF conference about 10 years ago, all the companies that were presenting on potential treatments were talking about their tests in petri dishes and mice. So now here in 2025 at the MDF conference, we have 12 presenters with drugs that are either in the clinic going into human arms or very, very close to the clinic. So it's very encouraging.
I'm always looking at the drug companies, what they're doing, what the progressions are, and I really appreciate the fact that all of that information too is available at the MDF website. So we can see what's going on, what clinical trials are out there, what's the status of them, what are the different drug makers doing, what are the webinars that are going to be provided. We are very, very excited and hopeful for what's to come. Hopefully the question is not if, it's when, and will it be in a time frame that helps our family as well.
It was important for me to participate not only for myself, but primarily for Evan. If there's anything I can do ever that will potentially find a cure, improve anything in his life, I will do it. We're all in it together. I think we need to help each other, and the more people who participate, the closer we are to finding a cure.
I can tell people that, at least from the study that I'm in, I get to understand DM1 better, my own DM1 better, because they test for all of the symptoms. And now I have a much better understanding of how DM works.
I'm very optimistic that there will be treatments approved for myotonic dystrophy in the next 2 to 3 years.
I'm Chief Medical Officer at Arthex Biotech, and we are developing a treatment for myotonic dystrophy type 1 and type 2. I'm excited about so many things. Firstly, the fact that the pace at which science is advancing in this research area. Secondly, I'm excited about the number of researchers who are working on treatments, and I think this is very exciting for the community. And thirdly, I'm excited about the engagement of all the different parties. We have, at this conference itself, we have patients, caregivers, researchers, academics, people from industry, and a whole host of people. And we're all working together with one common goal. And to me, that is super exciting. We are very hopeful for the future of therapeutic development for myotonic dystrophy. I think our results so far have been very exciting, but the results of all the other companies out there are just as exciting. And I think over the 20 years I've been in myotonic dystrophy, we've got more options for potentially really meaningful therapies now than we ever have before.
Without the Myotonic Dystrophy Foundation, we wouldn't be as far along as we are now. That I'm certain of. Without MDF bringing together the patient community, the researchers, the biotech and pharma all together at the International Myotonic Dystrophy Family Conferences, I'm not sure those types of advances would happen the way they are now.
I don't know that I could have quite envisioned the day that we're in right now. It's really just an absolute wonderful place to be, and there's a lot more work to be done, of course, but I think sometimes it makes a little bit of sense along the journey to stop for a second and recognize what we've done, because I see this as something that's going to help benefit people with myotonic dystrophy, but I see this as the tip of a larger revolution and transformation in how we look at repeat disorders. The work that we're doing and the science that we're advancing is going to help a lot of people beyond just individuals with myotonic dystrophy.
I would love to play the piano again. I love music. I would love to be able to fly again. I try to live life to the fullest, and I'd really love to be able to not worry about my restrictions.
Funds are limited, and I understand that. You have to make hard choices. I would strongly encourage you to think about the Myotonic Dystrophy Foundation because they are incredible stewards of the funding, and they are strategic about the investments they make. And that funding that they distribute across lots of research labs and across networks has a huge impact. We leverage that funding. So, for example, when we get a fellow funded at $50,000, sometimes that research turns into a $2 million grant from the National Institute of Health. So those investments that you're choosing to make through the Myotonic Dystrophy Foundation are going to be leveraged, multiplied, and so think about it that way. I strongly encourage you to make the investment.
This disease kills. It killed my wife. It killed my son. It is a thief, and it will attempt to take everybody. We have people that are working on treatments. We need that. None of this is ever going to help me. My wife and son, they're gone. This is for them. These are my friends. These are my family, and they need this. They need this desperately.